A man stands silently inside the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, staring into the glass case holding the legendary Hope Diamond. Its deep blue glow reflected in his eyes like a piece of frozen time. Beside him stood another man, dressed in black with a white collar around his neck. He smiled softly. "Beautiful, isn't it?" the pastor said. "Amazing what God can create." The man looked at the diamond, then slowly around the room filled with ancient gems, stones, and minerals pulled from deep within the earth. Some older than mountains, older than oceans, older than humanity itself. "God didn't make anything before 4,000 years ago," he said quietly. "Everything in this room is millions, some billions of years old." The pastor frowned slightly. "What do you mean?" "God has made everything from that diamond to the gas you put in your car to drive here," the man explains. "Geologists don't become experts by picking up a book and reading the pages they like. They study the beginning and what came before to understand where its creation actually started." The man walks off, and the pastor thinks to himself, "Maybe I should do the same." How ancient are the stones beneath our feet? Centuries ago, before modern geology, before radiometric dating, before telescopes could peer into distant galaxies, a man named James Ussher attempted to answer one of humanity's oldest questions. How old is the Earth? But Ussher didn't study rocks, he didn't study fossils, and he didn't study the stars. Instead, he opened the Bible. Starting in the book of Genesis, Ussher carefully added together the ages of Adam, Seth, Noah, Abraham, kings, generations, and biblical events, building a timeline from creation to recorded history. Generation by generation, year by year, page by page. Eventually, his calculations led him to a single conclusion. The Earth was created in 4004 BC. For centuries, many accepted that number as historical truth. But today, the stones beneath our feet, the fossils buried in Earth's crust, and the light arriving from distant galaxies tell a story measured not in thousands, but in billions of years. For centuries, diamonds have been symbols of beauty, power, wealth, and love. Their brilliance catches light unlike almost anything else on Earth, making them appear timeless and almost unearthly. What makes them even more fascinating is that many diamonds took billions of years to form beneath the Earth. Diamonds are formed deep beneath Earth's surface under extreme heat and pressure. About 100 to 150 miles below the Earth's crust, carbon atoms are compressed for millions, sometimes billions, of years. Under temperatures hotter than lava and pressures powerful enough to crush stone, those carbon atoms bond together into a crystal structure strong enough to become a diamond. In fact, many of the materials modern civilization depends on, fuel, metals, gemstones, electricity sources, building materials, were formed long before humans existed, or long before the Earth existed, according to some. I suppose Earth was created on a bargain, already used with some mileage on it. Gold, estimated to be about 4.5 billion years. The marble on your countertops, 100 million to 300 million years. Oil, what we use for heat, automobiles, airplanes, and many more. Our ancient microscopic marine organisms, 10 million to 300 million years old. And then there's the sky. The Sun itself is about 4.6 billion years old. And according to astrophysicists studying light and distance in the universe, some stars and galaxies are so far away that the light reaching our eyes tonight began its journey hundreds of thousands, millions, or even billions of years ago. That's for the heliocentric globers, but that's another story. There wasn't as many free thinkers during the time all of these conclusions came to. Evidence was hard to come by, and normally what was said was just accepted. Today, we have science that can pick up a rock and determine how old it is by examining the properties of it. They didn't have the Hubble or James Webb telescopes or spectrometers to detect distant galaxies and analyze light. The incredible part: when astrophysicists observe a galaxy 10 million light-years away, they are literally seeing it as it existed 10 million years ago. Telescopes are not just looking across space. They are looking backward through time. Maybe if they keep looking back, they'll see an all-knowing, all-seeing being creating existence. Or maybe they'll be okay just throwing another number out there and see if it's accepted.